Good morning, friends. I welcome all today's lecture about tense. Tenses play an important role in English grammar. By tenses, we can do anything in grammar. We can speak properly. We can listen properly. We can write without mistakes, and we can speak efficiency by knowing these tenses. That's why today we will discuss about the tenses. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the introduction, classification based on time frame, classification based on aspect, block diagram of tenses, list of rules, present tense, past tense, future tense, list of examples. These are the contents we are going to discuss today's lecture. What is tense? Tense is the form of a verb that takes to show the time it happened. Tense is the form of a verb that takes to show the time it happened. Here, it shows the time of action when it happened. Tense denotes the time of action as well as the state. Here it shows the action and also state. So the word tense is derived from Latin word tempus, which means time. Tense is a word which has taken from the Latin language. In the Latin language, the word tempus, which means time. English language is a borrowed language. That's why many of the English words have taken from the different languages. In this context, also the tense, a word which has taken from the Latin word tempus, which means time. A verb indicates the time of an action, event, or condition by changing its form. A verb indicates time of an action when the action is occurred, and also which shows the event and also condition of that sentence by changing its form. Tense indicates the time of action or state of being indicated by the verb. Based on time frame, the verb tenses may be categorized according to the time frame. English tenses fall into three general time frames, mainly present tense, past tense, and future tense. These are the three broad general frames, general categories. Mainly there are three: present, past, and future. These again fall into four fundamental types of tenses. these three tenses divided again into four types. What are they? Simple tense, continuous tense, perfect tense, and perfect continuous tense. Generally, there are mainly general time frames are past, present, and future. Again, the three tenses are classified into four types of tenses: simple tenses, continuous tenses, perfect tenses, and perfect continuous tenses. So, these are the three. Based on time frame, there are present tense, past tense, and future tense. Present tense expresses an unchanging, repeated, or reoccurring action or situation that exists only now. It can also represent a widespread truth. Present means now. It expresses unchanging situations. Repeated actions. Every day we will do repeated actions. For example, she goes to temple every Friday. This is a repeated action. That's why we used present tense. And reoccurring situations also we used this present tense. And most of the actions exists only now. That's why we use present tense. And then past tense. Past tense expresses an action or situation that was started and finished in the past. Here the name indicates past, the action has completed. The action completed. So past tense expresses the actions which completed in the past. In that situations we used past tense. Past tense expresses an action or situation that was started in the past and finished in the past. In these conditions we used the past tense. Then third category, future tense. Future tense expresses an action or situation that will occur in the future. What we want to do in the future, and that will express in the future tense. Present tense, past tense, future tense are three main tenses. And again, what are the broad categories? Present tense, past tense, and future tense. Based on aspect, we will divide these three main categories into four subcategories. Verb tenses may also be categorized according to aspect. Aspect refers to the nature of the action described by the verb in the sentence. These are four aspects. They are indefinite or simple tense, continuous or progressive tense, perfect or completed tense, and also fourth category, perfect continuous tense. These are divided on aspects. These four subcategories are indefinite or simple tense, continuous tense, perfect tense, perfect continuous tense. So what is the meaning of indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous we are going to teach now. The first indefinite tense, the three indefinite tenses or simple tenses describe an action but do not state whether the action is finished. In this category, the three indefinite tenses or simple tenses describe an action but do not state whether the action is finished or not. We can't find it. It is only state the action. Then continuous tense. The three continuous tenses, incomplete tenses or progressive tenses, describe an unfinished action also. It is continuous but unfinished action. The third, perfect tense. The three complete tenses or perfect tenses describe a finished action. In this perfect tense, all actions have finished. We can see the finished actions in this type. And fourth one, perfect continuous tense. To combine the complete tenses and incomplete tenses to describe an action which was in progress and then finished, which shows the actions which are in progress and also then finished actions. These are the four subcategories. There are main categories: present tense, past tense, future tense. Again, these broad three tenses are divided into four subparts: indefinite tense, continuous tense, perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. These four applicable to present tense, past tense and future tense. You see, there are three broad and three divided into four. Total 12 tenses. You see here, tenses are divided into present, past and future. Present tense, past tense and future tense. And the first present tense is divided into four subparts: present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense, and also past tense. Past indefinite tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense, and also future tense. Future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. This is the tree diagram of the tenses. There are three main tenses and three divided into subparts. Here is a list of rules of these tenses, how they are formed, how their structures are there. Here you see the first serial: present tense, past tense, future tense, and above simple forms, progressive forms, perfect forms and perfect progressive forms. How it was structured, how how do we identify and how do we remember? It is easily to remember to see these structures. The first one, present simple tense. First form plus s or es. We added s or es to the third persons. There is no need not to add s or es to the first person and second persons. Only in the third persons we have to use s or es. Only in present simple tense. And present progressive tense we use am, is, are. Am for I am going to college. Is remaining subjects. He is going to college, she is going to college, and also are, they are going to college, we are playing cricket. In this way we can use am, is, or plus first form plus ing. For example, ing verb. For example, go. If we had ing, going. For example, read. If we had ing, reading. And also giving, coming, teaching, telling, seeing. In this way, ing forms are added. And also present perfect tense. In this sentence, in this tense, we used have, has, plus third form of the verb. What is third form of the verb? Go is a first form, went is a second form, third form gone. Teach, taught, taught. Play, played, played. This is the third forms. Next, present perfect continuous tense. In this tense we used have, has plus been plus first form plus ing verb. I have been going to college. This is the structure of the present tense. And also we see the past tense. The first one, past simple tense, we use second form. Go, went, gone. Went is the second form. I went to college. If we see the past continuous tense, in this structure, was verb plus first form and ing verb. I was going to college yesterday. And also in the past perfect tense we used had plus third form of the verb. I had gone to village. And also if we see the past perfect continuous tense, the structure is had been plus ing verb. I had been going to college. In this way we can use. And then future tense. In the future simple tense we use will, shall, and also first form of the verb. I shall go to college tomorrow. We will complete the work tomorrow. Examples. And also in the future continuous structure will be plus first form ing form of ing verb. I will be going to college. And the future, in the future perfect structure will have plus third form of the verb. I will have completed work by so and so date. In this way we can use. and also future perfect continuous tense structure like will have been plus ing verb. I shall have been going to college, so and so. So we can use in this way. These are the structures of the 12 tenses. So this is the overall introduction of the tenses. Mm, uh, Once we have to remember what is tense. The word tense is the form of a verb that takes to show the time it happened. Tense denotes the time of action as well as the state. So English tenses fall into three general frames: past tense, present tense, and future tense. These again fall into four fundamental types of tenses: simple tenses, continuous tenses, perfect tenses, and perfect continuous tenses. So we discussed already what is a simple, present simple, and past continuous. What are the three broad categories, and also their subparts we discussed earlier. So with this introduction, I will wind up this lecture. We will continue another lecture tomorrow. I look forward all to see in another lecture. Thank you very much.